Hey guys, so we're on day 2. This is me, lovely work outfit, right? So basically what we're going to do is we're going to put together the front part of the Ryleigh, sew the shoulder seams, and then I'll go over 2 different ways you can do the sleeves. What my preferred way when I have to hem them, and then also the way the instructions tell you. So, first piece, oh, that's the legs. We're going to do is we're going to attach our top parts. So, I went ahead actually after I started cutting, decided to just do just this top piece right here and not the other color block part. But if you add the other color block part here, that's totally cool. You're just going to basically do the same thing. You're just going to sew that and then you'll sew it to this kind of thing. So basically, you have your piece like this, and you're going to match it up with your other side. And I sillily did not grab my piece there. And so then you're just going to clip it as many places as you want. It's totally up to you. When I only have one leg here, I sometimes will only do, well, I have this extra one right here. About 3, but you obviously can do more if you want to. So you'll see how these are clipped right side spacing. So basically once I sew it, it will be like this. So I'll go do that right now and then I'll be right back. Okay, so as you see, I went ahead and stitched it down too. That part's not necessarily necessary. I just prefer to do it. My daughter doesn't like when the seams rub on her. And I like to do it the reverse. It just adds a little bit of style to the front of it. It's just my preferred way of doing it. So next you're going to take your back piece. If you color block the back, you're just going to do it just like you did the front. And basically all you're going to do is put your shoulder seams together. And then I'll show you both ways that I do the sleeves. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and see how I have pin this together. So you're just going to sew right here and then right here. And I'll be right back. So then here you'll see this. So like I was talking, if you're doing long sleeves, I recommend doing it the way the pattern calls for. Or if you're not hemming them. But I cut short sleeves for my daughter. And so I prefer when I have to hem the little short sleeves, if you don't use a cuff, that I typically will hem it first. So usually I'll sew the sleeve together. Sorry. So you can hem it first and then sew it down, but then you'll have to tack in your serger thread, or you can sew this down like this, and then hem it, which is what I normally do, and then I sew down the side seams and then insert the sleeve, which I'll show you. I'll show you both ways how you could do it. So you could do it like this, especially since these sleeves are on the fold, so they're fairly easier to do because you don't really have a back and a front. It doesn't particularly matter. So you can easily do that. You can just sew down here and then hem, which I'll show you just now, and then I'll be right back. So you can see now my cuff is all hemmed all the way around, and then there's nothing to tack down because I sewed it down first. I sewed the strip down right here first and then hemmed it. You can also add a little cuff. The way the instructions tell you to do it is to take your sleeve and fold it in half. And then basically all you're going to do is put this on the shoulder right here. So you're going to line where you folded it in half with the shoulder seam, and then to pin all the way around, and basically you would sew it on like this. So then you would sew it, and then once sewed, you would fold these right sides together, and then you would sew down all right here, all the way down, matching it up. And then you would hem your cuff. I like doing it this way only because then you don't have all of this fabric you're trying to maneuver while you're trying to cover stitch or top stitch or however you hem. But also really other cool way to do it is just to band it versus hemming. And all you would really do is cut about what you would hem, so maybe about 3/4 of an inch off, and then you can just put a band. I've done it both ways. It really just depends on the look I want, but I really wanted to outward cover stitch, so that's why I did it that way. So either way that you do it, go ahead and do that, and then come on back and we'll go over, actually that'll be the end of today. So either way you decide to do it, that'll be the end of the day. So I'll go do that, and then I'll come back and show you. Okay, so I wanted to show you what I was talking about when I said insert it. So like I inserted this one, and now this one's all sewed on there. Or if you did it the traditional way, it'll look exactly the same. There's just 2 different ways to do it. So if you attached it, then sew down the side seam. So you see my side seam is all sewed down together. But what I do, since I said I already sew mine down, and then I hem it. So what I do is then I flip this guy inside out, like so. And then, this one is now right sides together, okay? So you want this flipped out, and then you want this one to be wrong sides together. And then all you're going to do is you're going to find the middle, just kind of like we did before. And then you're going to take your little sleeve hole that you have, and then you're just going to insert it in there. And then the little clip that you matched up, you'll match up with the shoulder seam. Like so. And then your sleeve seam, so this guy right here, usually I don't put a clip, I mean I do when I take it over there, but your sleeve seam is then going to match your seam down here. So if you can see the seam and then the seam. And then you're just going to pin that together. And then you're just going to sew. You can put other pins on here too, if you so desire. Just to kind of know where you are, and not to stretch it too much. But sometimes, you know, some sleeves you're supposed to stretch a little bit. This kind of actually gives you more of a gauge of how much space you need. And then you're basically just going to sew in a circle and around. Okay, so go ahead and do that and come on back. If you did it my way, if you did it the other way, then you're already done, and then you can just wait for tomorrow's videos. But if you did it my way, or you want to see what the end product's supposed to look like, just hold on 2 seconds. Alright, so then this is the end of day 2. We did do a little more than I normally do during the second day of the sew along, but we do have leggings to do too. And I would like to keep this under 5 days. And then I'm also going to be putting up a video of other tricks that doesn't necessarily involve the Ryleigh, of things you can use the projector for, like if you need to move it, like when you're cutting a big circle skirt. So I'm going to do a video of that too. But this is day 2, and so come on back for day 3. And if you're making anything else other than the Ryleigh, if you just post a progress picture, I'm totally cool with that. And so yeah, and nobody's posted on day 1 yet, so can y'all get to sewing? I'm just kidding. I would like to see a lot of your sews though. It's been a lot of awesome rounds, and we haven't had a sew along in a long time. So, alright guys, see you tomorrow.